So today I'm gonna talk about football education. Well, like everybody knows, the Leatherheads and the football started out in the 1800s and the late 1800s. Purdue versus I think Princeton was the beginning of the very beginning of football league, and was the I think it was another league before the NFL that I can't quite remember, but it was like 1967 when the first Super Bowl happened. Before it was the AFC NFC Championship games, but Cowboys haven't won the Super Bowl since 1995. Well, I'm a Cowboys fan and everything. I love them. It's disappointing, but Dak Prescott sometimes messes up and gets injured, and he was really good during his rookie season. They've had Dez Bryant, Tony Romo, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, but never won a championship. And also back to other teams. Basically, Patriots are the other team that have won the most championships in the league, and they're impressive. But they were like cheaters during the Super Bowl, like with the inflating the ball and Bill Belichick spying on other teams. And like people might say they're the legendary team. Technically, they're America's team. Cowboys are not America's team, but I would say Cowboys are America's team. Rams and Seahawks have like a rivalry that's intense right now that me and my friends were talking about the other day. The NFC West, Seahawks and Rams have like been playing against each other a lot, and they both have like 2 championships. So it's like it's a heated rivalry. And Sam Darnold was actually like pretty impressive during the playoffs and win the Super Bowl and everything. But I honestly don't think he's on the level of Matthew Stafford. But to be able to get to that point, it's pretty cool. And yeah, besides that, I'm with the NFC East and the Giants. Like they did good with Eli Manning, everything, won 2 Super Bowls. The Commanders were cool, but they never won a Super Bowl, and they used to be the Redskins, which I think is kind of funny. Like, yeah, that was racist that they were Redskins, but they turned them into Commanders, weren't really very good. And then whatever happened with Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts took over literally and like did really good. And Carson Wentz went down, and Nick Foles ended up winning a Super Bowl without him in the playoffs. Back to that, Broncos never really won a Super Bowl in a long time until they got Peyton Manning. There's a lot of teams, like 30 teams in the NFL. They're talking about expansion league, possibly literally Vegas, other parts of the country literally are trying to open up literally for more football teams. And if you look at Oakland, they used to be the Oakland Raiders. Now they went to the Vegas Raiders. They're not as good as still not too very good of a team, you know? And that's like the Cowboys and the 49ers and the Steelers all have 5 championships. Well, I just think that it's like the league, Roger Goodell is like a good commissioner and everything. It's like the league isn't as good as it was before. In some ways, it's like more intensified and more depth. And Puka Nacua literally came out of the UFL and then went into the NFL, and so the Rams. And Devontae Adams with the Rams was cool. I don't know what's going on with the Chargers. Never won a Super Bowl, but they have Justin Herbert. They've had LT. They've had Phillip Rivers, and they've had a lot of good players. They just never made it. It's just like other teams out there that are like pretty cool. The Titans, I don't think I've ever won a Super Bowl. Neither did the Jacksonville Jaguars. So it's like at least Cowboys have their bragging rights, even though it's been a while since they've been there. And yeah, that's basically what I think. Like there's a lot of other teams that I could talk about. Ravens, I think, only won like 1 Super Bowl. Let me think here. That's basically it. There's a lot of good teams, and I love football. And that's the trip how they started out with the leather helmets, and then now they got like specialized helmets now, and like they got all these concussion protocols and everything, and like don't hit the helmet to helmet contact. And then they got like these sleeves that go over the top of the helmets now in the league. It's kind of a trip, and just a lot of good things going on in the NFL. In some ways, the older league was like older back then was better. I think it's like Super Bowl like 61 right now, Super Bowl 62. It's been going on for a while already, or I think it's actually 67 was the first Super Bowl, so it's more like, yeah, it's like Super Bowl 60, maybe 61, somewhere around there. I'm almost positive literally. Well, we'll see what happens this year. Some people think Seahawks, some people think Rams. Kansas City ain't as good as they used to be. They were really good with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and everything, like Kareem Hunt. It's just like they were like the modern day Patriots in some people's opinion, like on a different note though. I think 5 Super Bowls in like 6 years or something like that. But yeah, Burrow is a really good quarterback with Cincinnati Bengals, but they've never won a Super Bowl. They got the talent though, and yeah. So tell me what you guys think. I love football. I love sports, and I think it's great. Bye.